In the previous example, as y equals to x squared minus 4x plus 3, solutions could be found to all these equations by reading off where the graph crossed the line y equals to 2, y equals to 0, or the x-axis, y equals to negative 2, y equals to 2 over 3x plus 4, and y equals to negative x plus 6. However, all students should know that the same curve can also be used to solve other quadratic equations, such as the equations provided below. X squared minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. As we can see here, this quadratic equation is different from x squared minus 4x plus 3, and the same characteristic can be observed for the remaining of the equations. So how can we do this? It's actually very simple. Step 1, we need to modify the new equation so that it looks like the old equation. Step 2, we need to draw new line according to the new equation. Step 3, we need to read where the new line crossed the curve, here and here, for example. So 3 steps. Let's look at the first example. X squared minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. So firstly, what we need to do is write down the old equation, x squared minus 4x plus 3. At the bottom, we write the new equation, x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. By comparing the old and the new equations, we know that the difference between them is 2, which means that if I add 2 to the new equation, I can make the new equation look like the old equation. And because this is an equation, so whatever I do to the right of the equation, I have to redo it to the left part of the equation as well. So now, the new equation becomes x squared plus 0, so it's still x squared, negative 4x plus 0, still negative 4x, plus y plus 3 is equals to plus y plus 1 plus 2 is equals to plus 3. And now, this part of the equation looks like the old equation, x squared minus 4x plus 3. And the right hand side of the equation becomes 0 plus 2, which is 2. So now, we can recognize that this is actually the fx, or the curve, and this can be read as y equals to 2. So the solutions are given by the intersection between fx and y equals to 2. This is fx, and the line y equals to 2 are represented by the blue line. They meet one another at point A, where the value of y, value of x is equals to 0.27, and also at point B, where the value of x is equal to 3.73. So the solutions for the equations are x equals to 0.27 or 3.73. Part 2. X squared minus 4x equals to 0. First, we need to write down the old equation, x squared minus 4x plus 3. And at the bottom, we write the new equation, x squared minus 4x equals to 0. Comparing the old and the new equation, we know that the difference is plus 3. Positive 3 minus 0 is equal to positive 3. So whatever we do to the left, we have to redo it at the right. So now the equation becomes x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals to 3. And this part is provided by fx, and this can be read as y equals to 3. So the curve cross the straight line. Let's look at y equals to 3. And they meet at point S, where the coordinate of x is 0. So the solution is x equals to 0. And also they meet one another at point T. And the x of point T is equals to 4. So 4. So these are the two solutions for the second equation. What about the third equation? X squared plus 3 equals to 2x plus 5. Same. We need to write the old equation just for comparison and write the new equations below the old equations. We have x squared plus 3 equals to 2x plus 5. Now, comparing the new and the old equations and find their difference. X squared minus x squared is equal to 0. Negative 4x minus 0 is equals to negative 4x. 3 minus 3 is equals to 0. So whatever we do at the left hand side, we need to redo it again at the right hand side. Negative 4x. So the new equations can be modified by minus 4x at both sides of the equations. So the new equations become x squared minus 4x plus 3 equals to 2x plus negative 4x plus 5. And this is equals to negative 2x plus 5. Again, the left part is the fx or the curve, and the right part can be read as y equals to negative 2x plus 5. So this is the line, and we can see that there are two solutions. Okay. So where is the straight line? So this is a straight line that represents y equals to negative 2x plus 5. And let us look at where they meet one another. They meet at point U, where the coordinate of x is negative 0.73. So the first solution of the third equation is negative 0.73, and the second solution is the x when both the lines meet at point B, where the value of the x is 2.73. So this is how we can use the existing quadratic graph to solve new quadratic functions. And all students, please try on your own to answer part 4 and 5 of the questions by first modify the new equation so that it looks like the old equation. Second, plot new line. And 3, read the intersection and find the value of x as the solution.